Pantry. Today I'm going to bring you along for a recipe that I did last night for us. It's a Thai-inspired soup, and it's got these low-carb noodles in here. This is pasta zero, and it's only 15 calories a serving. There's 2 servings in this package. 0 points for Weight Watchers. 4 grams of carbs per serving. And it's made with potato starch, cognac flour, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and chickpea flour, and calcium, and that's it, some water. Anyways, they're a great alternative if you're in the mood for pasta and you don't want all those carbs. So that being said, I hope it inspires you to come along with me. I truly hope that you go down in the About section below, check out all the links that I've left for you. I've got my Wild Tree website, Facebook page, all that stuff. So go check it out. I even have my mailing address if you ever want to drop me a line. All right, guys, let's go make this delicious Asian-inspired Thai soup. Come on. Well, I'm excited that you stayed for this because it's going to be delicious. This is great with chicken or shrimp or both. But tonight I've got this beautiful little lobster tail, and it's pretty good size. And I thought, you know, it's too cold to grill outside. So I'm making myself a Thai-inspired soup, if that makes sense to you. And it's going to have veggies. What I've got in here is some chopped celery, mushrooms, red bell pepper, a big jalapeno diced up, but I seeded it. Some cilantro. I'll also garnish with cilantro and lime. And I'm going to use a low carb noodle on this dish as well. Let me get those out. These are great if you are watching your carbs or you're watching your, diet, period. For Weight Watchers, these are 0 points for 1 serving. Now this bag is 2 servings, but I'm only going to put 1 bag in this whole pot of soup. So it's going to be mostly veg and lobster. And so there's only 4 carbs and 15 calories. You need to rinse these really well and then cook them. They're already soft, and they're a softer texture than you might be used to. This is like the fettuccine style. But it's a great replacement. We've had them in stir fries and stuff, and we really like them. So we're going to have that. And I'm probably going to put in a couple of hot peppers just to simmer in the water or in the stock. I've got lobster base here. This is better than bouillon. That's what I'll use with water. And I've got light coconut milk, which is excellent because it's 65% lower calories. And we've got this lobster tail. And so all I'm going to do is, you can take these little legs off if you want to, but I find I'm just hassling more with that. So I just cut right down the middle of this. And if you don't have good kitchen shears, you need to really be careful because these can cut you themselves. And then you want to split this. And if you're having a hard time, go ahead and go right down the other side because this isn't going to be for display. I'm not going to use the shell. I'm going to put the shell back in the freezer, though, for actual lobster stock. And we'll just save up lobster shells and shrimp. See, now it wants to come right out. So, get your lobster out of its shell. Get all that good meat out of there. And as soon as I get that done, we're going to cut it up. There you go. Perfect. Get all your little fronds out of here. And there you have this nice lobster shell for stock later. So that's fabulous. And I highly recommend getting good shears to cut that kind of stuff with. Chicken, all that. Those are my chicken. That's how I get my chickens to spatchcocked. So I just kind of cut this first in strips and then in chunks. I'm going to chunk it up. And I want sizable pieces. I want to know that I bit into a piece of lobster when I take a bite. And I'm so excited. And this was about an 8-ounce lobster tail, I think. Yeah, that's about 6 ounces. Shell probably weighed 2. So we're gonna have that in the soup. I've got all my veg. Let's get to making this. So now we're gonna go ahead and start with a quart of water. And I say start because you may have to add some at some point. Rinse my hands off here. And go ahead and open up, shake your coconut milk. Open that up. And this light coconut milk is such a great option. It really, I think 1/3 of a cup is 1 point. So it's pretty reasonable. I'm gonna go ahead and pour about half of this can in. And that's gonna make it nice and creamy. At the end, if I need the whole thing, fabulous. And for 1 quart of water, it calls for 1.5 tablespoons of lobster base. So hopefully you can see this. Bring you over. So you're gonna go ahead and get your 1.5 tablespoons, and I'm guessing that's about right. I can add if I need more flavor. And this will kind of replace using fish stock. I'm not gonna add fish stock to it because I don't want it too fishy, if that makes sense. And go ahead and get all the rest of that off of there. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need the rest of this stuff. You're gonna go ahead with all your vegetables, go on in. And they're gonna lend some liquid too, remember that. And then your lobster is going in. How exciting is that? Okay, whole lobster tail. Now, if you didn't think that was enough seafood for you, you could certainly add, some prawns or shrimp, or even scallops would be fantastic in this. So, wipe my hands again. And this goes together. You're seeing live how fast and easy this is. And then I want some lemongrass, even though my seasoning red Thai curry has that. I want about 1.5 teaspoons of lemongrass because I really like the flavor. And then we're going to get in here and get at least 1 tablespoon of red curry. And I'm just going to finish this jar off. And if I have to, like I said, I can always add more seasoning at the end there because that's how we cook, right? So it's going to have a little kind of a salmon color to it because of the red curry, but that's okay. All right, I'm going to take this over to the stove. Oh, let me get a pepper in there. I got to get some peppers in there. And you use any kind of pepper that you dried pepper you like to season it. These are little Thai chilies, and I'll put 3 or 4 in there just to season it up. Give it some zippity-doo-dah. All right, so I'm going to tell you what I did here. So far, I thought, as soon as I got this over to the stove, I thought, why did I add that lobster in? I was so excited. So I let it poach. Really, it hadn't even come up to a bubble yet. I let it poach till it was just done. And because we don't want this to get rubbery, so I fished all of it out, and once I got it all out, I thought, that's really not enough for all of us, or for both of us, I should say. So I got some prawns that I had thawed out in cold water, peeled them and cut them up in nice pieces, and those will go in there. And what I'll do is, those will go in there first, after the noodles, and then at the very end we'll just throw the lobster back in and it'll be good to go. So we don't have rubbery anything, because seafood can get rubbery. So I've drained those noodles, those low carb noodles, and for this pot I'm only using 1 bag, which they consider 2 servings. And you can see these are soft and kind of like fettuccine. And they say to either stir fry them in a skillet, or I'm gonna do it this way for a couple of minutes. So I'm gonna turn my heat up just a little bit. And at this point, I'm gonna give this a taste to see if I wanna add more coconut milk or I wanna leave it the way it is. Because I can save that coconut milk for another dish. It's been so cold outside that we're really ready for some soup. So, okay, I'm giving it a taste to taste for seasoning. And I got a big spoonful, I don't need that much. Oh my goodness. Wow, that lobster base is amazing. So we're gonna bring this up to a gentle simmer, and then once it starts simmering, I'll add my shrimp in, and when I take it off the stove, I'll add my lobster back in. Okay, it's time to put the lobster back in. It's still really, really hot, but the shrimp is done. You can see it's now all pink and salmon colored. It's perfect. We don't want to overcook anything. That's why I took that lobster back out. I don't know what I was thinking. So there's your lobster back in to the mix. And it is just as perfectly cooked. So now it's full of seafood. All right, time for a taste test. Pretty excited. I hope it's cool enough. You can see all the shrimp and lobster on top there. I'm gonna also squeeze a little wedge of lime just to add a little brightness to it. And it makes me feel really good that I'm having something very healthy, and I can have a lot of it. That's a lot of soup. I doubt seriously I'm gonna be able to finish it, but I'm gonna give it a good shot. So first I'm going in for the seafood and the veg. Let's go in for a piece of lobster. Look at this big old piece. That's not a YouTube bite. Who cut that? Here, we'll cut, well, I guess I'll go for it. Here we go. All right. Big bite of lobster. Mmm. Mmm. Oh my gosh. That is perfect. It's not tough. It's sweet. And the sauce, or the broth, is just excellent. It's very spicy without being too hot, and outstanding. These noodles, I will tell you, they come in one long strip, so you want to get one at a time. So now that I've got my pasta cut up into something more reasonable for me to manage, and it'll actually get on a spoon or a fork without the whole thing of pasta. There we go. I've got a couple bites of shrimp there, and I'll give you a bite of that. Let's see, we only need one bite. Mmm. Mm-mm. Those really remind me of a rice noodle. They're soft. If you're a real big pasta eater, like my husband, they help fill the void, because when he's home, he has to eat what I eat. So he can still have pasta, and I can have it. I'm not a huge pasta eater. I do once in a while, but very small amounts, because it's so filling, and I can't eat that much. But this is really, it's pretty light on your tongue, so I like it. Could I do without it? Absolutely, not because of the taste or anything, just because I'm not a pasta eater. So where's another? Oh, there's another piece of lobster. Let's get that. That is outstanding all the way around. Spicy, not too hot, full of all the Thai flavors that we expect, and absolutely a winner in my book. So I hope this inspires you to create something out of what you have in your kitchen and in your refrigerator, because honestly, I didn't go buy any vegetables for this. I already had it in my kitchen refrigerator crisper, and I thought, oh, I can make something Thai inspired, and I had this spice. So there you go. And if it does inspire you, I hope you hit subscribe. I hope you hit like on this video, thumbs up, give me a Facebook like, and as always, guys, I hope to see you next time. All right, God bless.